Fellow illuminaries, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gabe. I hope you're having a great day. This is my beginner's guide, super beginner's guide to Elden Ring Night Rain. Let me start off by saying that Elden Ring Night Rain is not the type of game that Elden Ring was. It is a roguelite, which is basically random features. Each time you play the game, you lose all of your loot that you got during that run, and you would have to start over the next night. You have to go through day 1, day 2, and day 3. And on the third day, you will fight the final boss. And that will lead you to your victory in that case. And that you would have to do that 8 times for all of the Night Lords. There are bosses on night 1 and night 2. And remember, you do not get anything to carry over from each one. So this is a very different game with a very different playstyle that you're gonna have to go in with it with. And I would definitely take the time to learn your controls because it is a little counterintuitive. First, you press X to jump, which is not too counterintuitive. You use your left stick to move, right stick to move left and right. And for your abilities, you hold triangle or Y on Xbox and press the L2 or R2 button. R2 for your ultimate and L2 for your ability. R1 to use your light attack and R2 to use your heavy, and you hold circle to dash around the map. As you can see above the horizon, there is the blue border, and you would have to keep, oh wow, my camera's actually in the way here. You would actually have to stay within those blue borders. In this case, this is the tutorial. So I would, if I go over there, it will start killing me very slowly. I know some of you don't like to get totally wrecked for the sake of science. Like that. And that will happen to you if you try to not be, you saw how quick that was. So yeah, it's not one of those cases where you can stay kind of within the blue borders for too long, outside of the blue borders for too long if you want to get the extra bit of loot. You kind of want to stick and move, but don't go too fast, especially if you're just starting out, because wow, what a tragedy. Because that's a good way to get overwhelmed. Um, uh, you lose a level upon your perishment, and you can get that level back by going to get your runes and killing the enemy that took your runes. Um, there are random events on here as you keep going, like storms and stuff. One of them was like a black storm called Pest, uh, and it actually took away one of my levels as I was getting hit by it. So be on the lookout for that. There are a lot of different secret things that I kind of don't like revealing in a beginner's guide, but just for that level 1, which we found to be absolutely ridiculous. Just wanted to give you a heads up, don't get hit with the black storm. And that's it. um what else? So you got R1, R2, L2 attack, your shield. Now for each, this is the base character. I actually recommend this character if you're just starting out because it has all the tools a regular Elden Ring player would have, like the parry and the block, and right at the beginning. So you can use any weapon you want, but the scaling on that weapon will differ depending on your character. If you're just starting out, it doesn't really matter. The scaling, so don't worry about it. You get to that, but yeah, you kind of want to maybe practice parrying, you know, blocking, doing all that good stuff to help you out. You can hold the L3 button on PlayStation to sprint, so that's pretty cool. And I've been noticing a lot of the faiths items will be actually at these churches. So, and an extra flask will be at the churches as well. So, two different types of churches. One is like the Churches of America, like in the base game, and like these, and one is like usually like a little envoy or a golem is protecting it. The little white envoys with the little golden flutes. Very easy to get, and usually underground there's usually some faith stuff that you can go grab, especially if you're using the two faith characters with the, you know, that I actually suggest using them with. But you know, FP is so hard to keep if you're not like the sorcerer who actually has FP like regeneration in their kit as an ability. um it's a little more difficult to keep it up. I like I said, on my previous video, I would suggest Archer because you know you can see everything coming around at you. Uh, this character obviously I would suggest, and I would not suggest the one of the two secret characters um that you get later on, and that one would be not the one that's summoned. I would definitely suggest that one. Look how big this sword is. Absolutely amazing. And your movement on here is a big deal because it's not like regular Elden Ring where the movement is kind of on the methodical side. This is straight up gas. Like it feels like a mod almost. It's straight up gas, man. So you going along, and look, even give you a nice little tutorial on the wall jumps. Now, not every wall will be perfectly curved like this one, so don't get discouraged if you start doing this over and over. It's cool. Make sure you got a ledge to go up to, and you'll go up. Not every wall's gonna be like that. You'll save some, yeah, like you'll lose a lot of precious seconds thinking like every wall is like scalable. So keep that in mind. No mimics in this game as I've been seeing. Now, as you can see, improved charge attacks and improved jump attacks is like at the bottom there, will work even if they're not like the weapon you're using at that present current time. And weapons like the guitar, if you hold R1 and like dual wield them just like in the base game, you can dual wield them and use L2 to use your weapon art. Pretty cool. Hold triangle, hold R1, press R1, and or hold a triangle, press L1. Now it may look a little wonky from this screen, but basically this is your left hand and this is your right hand. So you can move it around. Move this to your left, as you can see. Yeah, it's switching. Yeah, pretty cool. And the tutorial is actually pretty in depth, and unlike in Elden Ring, it's not super optional. So you tell like a different direction for this game was definitely taken. And you can you know, use your little combination of skills to do that. This video is mostly for people who don't read these little tidbits at the beginning. This is what they hear, so would like do it while they're playing, I guess. But which is cool. Sometimes I record stuff, and that's how I study. Oh, warming stones. Fire pots. Lightning greases. All part of the plan. You see the warming stones getting me to heal. This is up and down on the D-pad to use your abilities. Oh, up to switch between them. No, up to use them and down to... But anyway, yeah, that's the basic beginner's guide. I hope this helped get you started. Oh, and of course your site of grace to level up. Always hit these up when you got the correct level and you'll be good to go. Oh yeah, get out there, try your best, and you know, get those pins down to help your allies. Finish up the tutorial a little bit. Yeah, enjoy the game. It'll be easy, stay lit.